Hey, it's 110 Ocean Drive. It's the podcast. We on the corner. This is a shout out to Nipsey Hustle, baby. Rest in paradise, King. See, he was an influence for me. You know, black excellence. What he stood for. Authenticity. Yeah, it was that way for me. Let's go.
Right hand to God, shine on these bras, stay on my job, grind with my squad, 100 racks on my car, no license at all, no 10 on that thing, nigga, cause that's how we ball. All these fuck niggas flawed, suckers and frauds. My circle so small, stick to my script and just ball. First I pick up my bitch, and we shut down the mall. Had to pick up the tip, she tried to pay for it all. Bring some yak on my plate, garlic noodles and steak. Bouncing out the ballet, with all these tats on my face. People looking like, hey, black niggas stay in your place. But it's some shit they gon' think, and it's some shit they gon' say. Got to a brick from my A, see that music's my fate. Switched it up from out my trunk, went to the top of my state. And I Versace my waist, like Tupac in his hay. Brian Williams, how I built this all money estate. Whoa.
My right hand now, let's go, let's go.
I put my right hand in God.
Yeah. Hey, what's up? Man, I miss you. Oh, baby. Man, it's been so long since we've been here.
Yeah, it has. A couple weeks.
Man, it feels different. But I guess because the weather is nice as it is, my friend.
It has not been nice. Where have you been?
Man, well, it hadn't been cold. No
Yeah,
snow.
that's true.
I've been cool.
A lot of water, though.
Yeah, a lot of water.
A lot of water and potholes.
Man, you got some good stuff going on. I'm hearing.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you. I'm excited.
Probably have a big announcement next week.
Yeah, man, I'm excited for you. Super excited for you. Well, let me do this introduction real quick. To my left, I got my guy Grant, engineer. We got Alex, your host. We got Tate. I'm in the building, baby. Hey.
So we're gonna start with Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown.
I love talking about Antonio Brown because
Brown
every
has been
time
on my mind because I have listened to the recording.
Yeah, that he leaked.
Man, Antonio, what is up? Antonio, you're smarter than this. I think that this is kind of a.
I'm starting to wonder if he is smarter than that, Dave.
This is kind of man.
This is like. Let us not forget when he videotaped the locker room.
Yeah, Antonio really.
He doesn't really seem to think about that kind of stuff.
He's becoming bothersome. I question this release. I know what he was trying to do, but it sounded like
all he cared about was what a
him.
team, what value the team was going to assign him via the draft pick that they traded the Steelers.
Yeah, he sounded very selfish in the recording. Very selfish, very insecure, really.
Yeah. Because he's like, well, I need this value to be traded, and then,
What, you know.
And then he's talking.
Let us know what's going on. Let us know what's going on, Grant. Let you tell our people, man. Tell our viewers. When you listen to this, because it came out right before the trade, like a week before the trade.
I think it came out right after the trade. The tape was. I think he released the tape after the trade was already done.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But he did the recording a week before he was traded.
Yeah. The phone call was from March 5th.
Okay.
He was traded on March 10th.
Got you.
Yeah.
Now, when you listen to the recording, he's talking to his agent,
Drew Rosenhaus.
Drew, big money Drew.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Drew.
The agent.
Yeah. Hey, that's a big time agent right there. Worth a lot of change.
Yep.
But he's talking to Drew Rosenhaus, and he's basically saying to Drew, what are teams going to give up for me?
Yeah. And then they talk about, signing contracts as the most, as the highest paid receiver of all time, which I think is a joke because he's 30. Why would you do that?
True.
And I mean, he just bailed on the team that is, the team that drafted him, and already paid him.
Which is also true. Now, I believe that when you listen to, if you guys haven't heard this, a recording that he released, I think the troubling part is the way he talks about teams, or talked about a specific team in the recording. Now, it's not about what he did and what he didn't say. It's just the way, the context he put it in. As far as talking about the Bills and how, no, he didn't want to go there, basically.
Yeah, he said, don't waste time.
Yeah, don't waste your time. Now, I get that a lot of people are saying, well, what's the big deal about that? Well, the problem with that is you don't want that to be a stigma on your character when you go to being released and going to another organization. And I believe that the way the Raiders are going, I don't see Derek Carr being that primary quarterback that he is looking for based on the context he's putting in this video.
Yeah.
Or the
Drew Rosenhaus was kind of spinning it for Antonio, I think. And, I mean, Tony Brown just sounded stupid the whole time. Really, he just sounds dumb. Like, I'm sorry, but he just sounds stupid. Like, you're focusing on the wrong things. And then at the end he's like, yeah, next time I'm going to get out a notepad so I can see what you've done. It's just like, what are you talking about? I mean, there was a couple times during the clip when we were listening to it, we both kind of just like looked at each other and it's like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, I think.
The hell are you talking about, Antonio?
Yeah, I don't know. Like when you listen to it, it doesn't really.
He does not represent himself in a good way at all.
No, he doesn't.
At all.
He doesn't. And I don't know if Drew Rosenhaus approved of him releasing that audio, but me myself, if I'm his agent, I would have told him not to do that.
I doubt Drew Rosenhaus said post a private conversation that we had on the phone.
Yeah. And I mean, even within the conversation, you guys are talking about negotiations and the teams that are on the list in regards to it being Philadelphia, the Bills, Tennessee Titans, the Patriots,
yeah,
the Raiders, the Washington Redskins,
then the Bills, and
yeah. So I mean, all these organizations, we get the notifications from like Adam Scheffler and those guys, but I don't think that your agent would like for that information to be released to the public just based on the fact that that's none of our business.
Yeah.
But now you've made it our business as far as people being in the media.
Well, and it was
spectators.
It was like a strategy session.
Right.
So I doubt Drew Rosenhaus or like any NFL team wouldn't want their like that's a piece of their playbook. You know?
Absolutely. And then just the way Drew Rosenhaus was putting words together, I don't know. I just thought it was a bad look, Antonio. I thought it was a real bad look. You should have never leaked that audio.
Yeah.
I don't care how terrible the Bills are. And on top of that, if the Bills have any success this year, and then you guys don't make it to playoffs, it's gonna look worse on you. Because the main thing fans want to do not only is see you drown, but they want to,
Well, especially now.
Yeah, man.
Now that you kind of deserve it now because you've been a royal pain in the ass. And I mean, it's not like it's just so ridiculous. Like, you were unhappy with the Steelers who drafted you, who gave you, I'm pretty sure they made him the highest paid receiver in the league at the time.
They did.
And it's like, that's not enough? Really? That's like if you're going to be the highest paid player at your position, or at least he was the top 5. I know that. I don't remember exactly where his contract was, but I mean, it was like 80 to 100 million dollars that he signed.
But you got to be smarter.
Yeah.
You have to be smarter with decision making.
Well, and he really just sounds like the only person in the world he gives a fuck about is himself. Because he wasn't talking about any team like, like it was just like like when they brought up the Patriots, he's like, oh yeah, that would be great for me. It's like right off the bat, no, but it's not great for them, and that's why you're not going there.
It's going to be interesting to see what he does in Oakland and how that entire situation plays out, because I really truly believe that John Gruden is not going to go. He's not going to deal with. He's not going to be dealing with
walking out of practices.
Yeah, he's not going to be dealing with what Mike Tomlin dealt with. He's not going to go for that. He's not going to go for that at all. And ultimately, really it's going to bite him in the ass. It's going to really bite him if he goes out and acts like that diva that he did. I mean, that act like that same player that he was in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it
will not be a successful.
Well, and over the last 20 years, Oakland is one of those places where players go to die.
I still believe that's the same situation today.
Yeah.
You going to Oakland to die. Because Oakland is not. I just don't see.
I mean, they had
Oakland being a successful John Gruden.
They had the 11-4 season, but everyone off that team is gone now.
Yeah.
Except for Derek Carr, really. It's an entirely different team. I mean, it's an entirely different team than it was halfway through last season.
True.
I mean, they cut everybody. So you're going to a place that's in the middle of a rebuild. Good luck, dumbass.
It's not a good look.
The best thing is when we were talking about this, when he demanded the trade, and I said I hope they trade his ass to the Cardinals or the Raiders or some shit like that. And man, when he got traded to the Raiders, I was like, ha! Nerd. Yes.
Hey, well, we wish you good luck, Antonio, and all your endeavors with this transition to Oakland. At least I do. I want you to have some success, because if you don't succeed in Oakland, your career is over.
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to hate on you, but I believe that the Raiders organization will blackball you after that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
if you do that shit, they're not gonna. That's a vicious fan base.
It is. It really is. So that's why if you try to pull that same stuff that Dez Bryant did when he was in Dallas, you're gonna get you're gonna kind of get blackballed.
They like those guys. If you come in and act like you run the place, they will boo you.
It could be a short stay. It could be a real short stay. I wish you best, man. Wish you the best. Now, big topic. Final Four.
I love it.
This Saturday. Oh my dear Lord.
We have 2 first-time ever entries into the Final Four.
First time ever.
Auburn and Texas Tech, never been there before. That's exciting.
Man.
Michigan State, that's a team I really enjoy watching. I like Tom Izzo a lot. Love that team.
Well, that Winston kid, what's his name, Cassis?
I'm not sure.
Winston? Listen, he has an old man's game, but the thing about it, with him being a senior point guard for Michigan State, with him being a senior, he showed he was an upperclassman when you watched him play against Duke. The way he was, calling out different plays. The way they were utilizing pick and rolls, I thought, he showed that Jones was a younger kid. He shows that R.J. Barrett was a freshman. They didn't really know how to plan against him. I mean, when it was time when they were down and they needed to take over, he knew how to get it done.
Yeah.
But when you look at the grand scheme of the game, I think that what we don't see and what people are not talking about, I know that, everyone wants to see Zion in the Final Four and in the championship because he's an exciting player. But what we're not talking about is a lot of these teams, all four of the teams, all are upperclassmen. They all have a ton of upperclassmen.
Yeah.
I think Auburn had their entire starting lineup is upperclassmen.
Yeah. Texas Tech has like a grad transfer and kid from South Dakota.
And
the Coyote.
Again, Michigan State, all upperclassmen for the most part.
Yeah.
That's
because Tom Izzo does this. It's for every 4 years.
I mean, I'm not saying that these freshman players are not exciting to watch, but
they are. But they don't. You get a lot from guys playing 3-4 years with each other.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
They built that camaraderie together, and
that's why Auburn's where they are.
Well,
like those two, both of their guards are seniors, right?
Jared Harper is a junior. And then Bryce Brown is a senior.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Then Dunbar is a senior. Spence is senior.
Junior in college basketball might as well be a senior.
Well,
when you get to this level of play, or this this stage in the season, I mean.
Right.
Like usually it's a bunch of underclassmen.
Now, when you see Virginia, when you watch Virginia play, they play at a slower pace. I'm sorry. They play at a slower pace than Auburn.
Yeah.
The thing about Auburn is they run the floor. They actually, we're both Kentucky. I mean, not Kentucky. I'm sorry. We're both North Carolina fans. But North Carolina's pace actually worked against them.
Yeah, it was a bad matchup.
It was because Auburn had the pace, but what Auburn had differently than North Carolina was better shooters.
Yep,
they had better shooters and they played better defense.
It was basically they lined up with the same strengths. It was just Auburn had, stronger strengths.
Man, that was embarrassing. It was embarrassing.
And they play really good defense.
They do. Play really good defense. They all get to the ball. It's a team.
A couple junkyard dogs in that back court. Like they're in their clutch. Like, but I mean, all these games, like the Kentucky game, they really won that off of defense.
They did
at the end. Like
they did. I think that.
How many steals did they have in the last 2 minutes of the game in overtime? Like 3 or 4.
Well, you really on top of that, when you looked at Auburn play against Kentucky, you really saw the depth of the team too.
Yeah.
I mean, they were switching 3 or 4 big men out at a time. P.J. Washington had 3 different players guarding him.
Yeah.
Purefoy was guarding him. Dunbar was guarding him. Spence would jump out there and guard him.
I mean, against a guy like that, you just kind of rotate fresh bodies and hope he gets tired.
Austin Wiley was out there. I think that when you watch Bruce Pearl coach, the good thing about him is he focuses on depth. He focuses on the depth of the team.
Yeah.
I mean, because he's switching in about 9 players. Well, about 10 players.
Yeah.
10 players. It's about 10 guys on the floor. And I think that's a good thing.
He can really develop talent.
Well, I think that's what's going to hurt Virginia in this game. Auburn has so much depth.
Yeah. Well, and Virginia is another one where, the strength of their team is a lot in their backcourt with, what's his name, Ty Jerome or whatever. And Kyle Guy.
Yep.
Kyle Guy. And I Harper and Brown are pretty good.
They are. They're really good.
I would.
A lot of people are saying that what's going to happen is they're going to go. Virginia's going to play through their big men. I don't see that happening. I don't see them having that much success. With their power forwards and.
Yeah, I mean, but they're
center.
Yeah, their two best players are in the backcourt. Though.
Absolutely, it is by far. But Auburn's two best players are also and they play great defense.
Yeah, and they never get tired.
Yeah, they don't seem like it. Well, we got the lines here. Virginia's favorite by 5.5.
I'd take Auburn in that.
And Michigan State is favored by 2.5 against Texas Tech.
That one's tougher. Because Texas Tech's playing really good, but obviously Michigan State is too.
The good thing about Texas Tech, and I really believe that Chris Bird should get Coach of the Year. Just my opinion. His first year at Texas Tech, he went 18-14.
Yeah.
His second year, he went 27-10.
And then this year, they're 30-6.
And then this year, he was 30-6.
Really, I think any of these four coaches could get it.
That's exciting. You go, your first year, you're 56%. Yeah. Second year, you're 73%. Then this year, sitting at 83%. Yeah. That's impressive. Especially for a school that's not known for basketball anyway.
Yeah. And you can make the same exact argument for Bruce Pearl.
Absolutely, at Auburn. Yeah, by far. Auburn's not a basketball school.
No.
But
their basketball claim to fame is Charles Barkley.
It is.
That's about
that's
it.
all we've ever,
had. Yeah.
So when you look at this, matchup with Auburn and Virginia, you're gonna really see a lot. I believe you're gonna see a lot of offense from Auburn. But Virginia thrives on defense. That's their game.
Yeah.
Is playing defense.
Yeah.
So Auburn's gonna have a problem. If I was betting on this, which I would love to put a friendly wager in, most definitely, I'm going Auburn plus the 5.5. And I honestly, me myself, I like to take the chance. I want Auburn in the money line. The money line right now is sitting at like plus 190.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot.
It's basically double your money.
Yeah, man, I like it. That's how I would go if I was betting the game.
Yeah, I don't think I'd go that far. I just take Auburn on the money line, or not the money line, the spread.
The points, yeah, I would. I mean, if you gonna go big, baby. Do it big, baby. Cause I want to do it big. Now, with this Texas Tech versus Michigan State game, what's your opinion on it? What's your take on it?
I think that's gonna be a fun game. I don't really know. I mean, it's really tough to go against Tom Izzo after beating Duke.
It is.
I agree. And actually being like, they got closer to shutting down Zion Williamson than anyone else has. They were able to frustrate him and force some turnovers and take away a lot of Duke's go-to game plan and down the stretch. But I think that's really what got him is they basically dared R.J. Barrett to beat him.
And I thought that was a bad coaching decision by Coach K. I thought Coach K should have went through Zion rather than going through R.J. Barrett. I'm don't get me wrong, Cam Reddish didn't show up at all.
Yeah, not at all. R.J. Barrett had a good game.
Yeah, he did.
His last minute was really rough, though.
Yes,
it was really.
It was brutal.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
It was.
I just choked on something.
Yeah, it was brutal.
R.J. Barrett knows how I feel.
Well, when you watch them go to the line to shoot those 2 free throws,
That was hilarious.
You knew he was gonna miss it.
He missed the first one, tried to miss the second one, and then made it.
God.
You can't write better comedy than
Man,
that. Wait, he missed the one he was trying to make, and he made the one he was trying to miss. Ooh, RJ.
Man, he
choked. You could see it in his eyes that he was scared.
When he went to the free throw line, you knew. I told my wife, because she's a big Duke fan. I said, babe, he going to miss it first free throw. He going to miss it. I said, he going to miss it. She said, no, he's not. I remember we was going to get some to eat.
Oh, he's going to miss it.
I said, he's going to miss this.
He's scared.
He was. He looked terrified at the line. He reminded me of LeBron James when he goes to the line. That's exactly what he looked like. He was terrified. It was tough to see.
Yeah. No, and it was like right when he let it go, I was just like, I was just like, that's a clunker. RJ Barrett's building the house.
I did not like him going to that free throw line. I didn't like that 3-pointer he shot.
No.
I thought that was a bad shot, man. I thought it was a bad shot. And you had better players. Mm-hmm. You had better players that could shoot the ball. Now mind you, the one thing about Duke that they had in the past was shooters. They didn't have that this year.
Yeah.
All they had is a bunch of
so there was
players.
and there was
it kind of looked like Kentucky.
If they had but if they had those 3-point shooters that they normally do, they probably would have won the championship.
Yeah.
Because you really didn't have to fear any kind of kick out passes.
No,
to
you
the
didn't.
3-point line.
Then if you did, nobody respected you. Their shooters much to even go out.
You kind of just be like, all right.
Yeah, hit the shot.
I dare you.
Yeah.
See if you can do it, pussy.
Hey, it was really sad to see them go like that because they just did not.
Sad?
I mean, it's sad. It's sad
I
because
loved
of the viewership. Now, mind you, as a North Carolina fan, I didn't care.
So
I was okay with that.
My buddy Gary, who's also a North Carolina fan, brother Darius, listens to the show. He made a hilarious
we appreciate
sweatshirt. With it was like Carolina blue sweatshirt, and then he just got a picture off the internet of Zion Williamson crying, and then pressed it onto the sweatshirt.
Dang, Zion, that was tough, man. Hey, good luck in the league. It's
pretty great.
Good luck in the league. But Cassius, right? I think that's his name. Cassius Winston. Old man. The old man, that's what I call him, the old man. But I like the Matt McKay kid.
God, he does look old.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Cassius looked the old man.
McQuaid? Is he number 20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Matt McQuaid kid.
He's a hustler.
He is.
Not as in he's doing stuff on the side. He just hustles real hard.
Hey, white guy that play defense.
Yeah. Dives for every loose ball.
I think that's
his job.
I think that you're gonna really.
But he had that nasty spinning layup.
Yeah.
That I'm not sure if he.
That little 180.
He couldn't have done that on purpose, could he? I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you think he just blacked out for a second and then it was like, oh, what happened, guys?
Hey, that was a nice layup.
It was insane.
Well, I like Michigan State, man.
And when I saw that layup, I was like, that's when I knew that they were going to win the game. Because I was like, shit is going their way.
Yeah, it was. Now, that other guy they have, that Nick Ward kid, the big number 44, that's a powerhouse down there. I don't think that Texas Tech has the bodies to really stop him.
No.
Or contain him. I'm interested to see what's going to happen. I am super excited about this weekend to watch.
I got to take Michigan State and Tom Izzo.
Yeah, I like Michigan State, though. I like Michigan State, especially with the 2.5 3-pointer. I like them. I like them to win. I actually think it may be a blowout. I think maybe not a blowout. I think they may win by 10.
Yeah.
I really like Michigan State. Don't get me wrong. I really, really like what Chris Bird has done down there at Texas Tech. 30-6 in your third year at Texas Tech. He came up under that Bobby Knight era. Bobby Knight actually was hired by Bobby Knight. So to see out of a junior college, so to see what he's put together down there at Texas Tech for a school that's really known for their football, it's been impressive, quite impressive.
Yeah.
So I enjoy it. Enjoy the Final Four because it's gonna be a good one. On top of that, we still have the March Madness bracket that is in effect. We have 2 people right now that looks like they're going for that W.
Well, it depends on what happens with
this Final Four match.
because there's a couple different ways it could go.
It could.
There's a couple people with Michigan State. There's one person who's if Auburn and Texas Tech both win, they win. There's another person who has Virginia.
Yes.
So there's still a lot of exciting
I'm
possibilities.
excited about it, man. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to give the money away. I wish you all the best. I wish you all the best. Because that's what we're going to do. We're going to take care of you, baby.
Yeah.
We're going to take care of you, baby. Other than that, man, that's all we got on the docket today. Listen, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Provide us your feedback, man. We want to hear from you all. We love you. We miss you. Make sure you hit that notification button. Follow us on Twitter at 110 Ocean Drive, Facebook 110 Ocean Drive. We got something at the end, man. This is my guy Nipsey, man. I had so much to say about him today because I just thought about the tragic situation that happened in front of his store, Manhattan Clothing, and that's off Crenshaw and Slauson in California. It hurt me. It hurt me bad. He was like a modern day Tupac. Y'all don't know who Tupac is. Some of y'all are too young, but
Is that a thing?
yeah.
People don't know who Tupac.
Yeah,
Really?
it is a thing. It is a thing. I actually,
Shame.
bro. I actually talked to a.
Don't ask me who Tupac is.
I
I'm gonna be
actually
upset.
talked. I was in a store the other day, me and my wife, and I was picking up the Nokia phone. You remember the blue Nokia?
Yeah.
So they actually are bringing it back.
Why?
Well, it's just like a Go phone.
Oh, okay.
So they bringing it back. They had it.
Ye old burner phone.
Yeah, a little burner.
Yep.
Yeah, you know. Hey. So they had it in the store, and I asked her. I was like, "Hey, can I buy this?" Because I like the color, and I knew like that I had a Nokia, and I knew the games that was on it because they had like the little original Snake game on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hey, can I get this?" And she was like, "Yeah, you can get it." I was like, "Do you remember these phones?" And she was like, "No." I was like, "How old are you?" She was like, 18. I was like, "Do you know who Tupac is?" She was like, "Not really. I've heard of him." Like,
Where the fuck is this country
what
going?
are we doing? But
How do you not know?
if you don't know,
Do you know how many freaking...
I know, man.
It's not like that... There was a Tupac movie that came out like a year or two ago.
I mean, you know it from the movie, but you don't know his music though.
His music's in the movie, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
But you gotta watch the movie. Hey, man.
God, I'm ashamed. I hate that generation.
Hey,
I really
that's
don't
just what
like
it is,
this
man. That's
upcoming generation.
That's
at
what
all.
it is.
I feel like I'm getting old and grumpy.
But
Yeah, Alex's generation is dog shit.
ultimately,
You and I are both millennials, dipshit.
Yeah,
yeah.
the fact remains. Alex's generation is bullshit.
Hey,
Ours is bad.
Okay, Zoomer.
Yeah. Okay, there. Our generation is bad, but the one after us is.
it's different.
It's a whole fucking. So I had real quick on this because my brother was talking to me about their generation, and he's like, "This was right after the Florida high school one where all the
okay,
kids."
yeah.
He's like, "We have made more of a difference than any other generation." I was like, "Yeah, And you've also shot more people than any other generation. That's why you had the opportunity to go on TV and like make a big, like do a lot of the fucking shit that you did. It's because you fucking did it. We're talking about, you can't just be like, well, these guys they were born at the same time, but half of them are in our generation, half of them you see are not because they're murdering psychopaths. Like,
hey, these kids are different.
Shit pisses me off.
This new wave of young people are different, man. It is very different.
They're fucking useless. A lot of them.
You know, but they don't know their history. But it's our responsibility.
They know what the fuck's on Twitter.
It's our responsibility.
If it's Twitter history, they know that shit.
Hey, well, we gotta educate you. That's what we want to do. We got this track playing today. My guy Nipsey, man, R.I.P. Nipsey. Nipsey was a big influence on me. My brother actually was the first person that put me on Nipsey. But I listened to Nipsey for a number of reasons, man, and just what he meant as a person, what he stood for, on principle, 10 toes. It was sad to see this happen. Sad to see Nipsey get murdered in front of his store. They said it was, he had just got a buddy had just came back from prison, and he was actually just pulling up to a store to get him some new merchandise. And that happened, man. That's sad. That's real sad. But again, Nipsey, rest in paradise, baby. We're gonna ride off to this right here. Hey, Blue Laces 2. We love you all. 110 Ocean Drive, baby. Yes, sir.
Logo on my flow mat. Courtside Chamberlain throwback match my Rolex. Everywhere I go flex. Valet park on some low shit. Whole lot of smoke in that Rory, that thing poke. Burning rubber. Wearing cameras, they was undercovers. Under pressure, made statements turned on their brothers. Never judge you, but the streets will never love you. I wonder what it come to in your brain for you to run to. One's the haters, handcuff us and maces. Call us dumb niggas cause our culture is contagious. Third generation South Central gangbangers that live long enough to see it change. Think it's time we make arrangements. Finally wiggle out they mazes. Find me out in different places. When the spoke by the door, this the infiltration. Double back dressed in blue laces. He was teaching health. I fuck with Rick Ross cause he teaching wealth. Dropped out of school, I'ma teach myself. Made my first meal on my own, I don't need your help. All black, Tom Ford, it's a special evening. City council meeting, they got hustle speaking. $1 billion project about to crack the cement. So one of our investments has become strategic. Summer 18, man, such a season. About to make my partners look like fucking genius. We was in the Regal, it was me and Steven. We done took a dream and turned it to a zenith. Anything I wanted, everything I needed. Gotta pace yourself, it's all about your baby. You can have it all, it's all about your race. I done took my name and carved it in the cement. Shootout at the beach, 20 deep. You tried to squeeze, your gun jammed, then they released. Blood on your teeth, how many stains? I see 3. The bitch started to panic, so I made her switch seats. driving there. Police chopper here flying there. Really not too spooked, calmly ask me, am I dying now? All I know is keep you calm and collected. Cracking jokes like, nigga, now you gon' be finally respected. See your blood leaking, got my foot on this gas. Toss the 40, we pull up to Daniel Free and see crash. You know the alibi, they started shooting, we was standing by. Ain't see nothing but the flare from the talents fly. I wasn't there, I was passing by. Matter of fact, don't say shit, I'm just gonna drop you in the back and slide. That's your weed, all the cash is mine. I take them both to the spot, plus your phone till you back online.